Hello people who cannot sit at home, thank you so much for joining me today. This video, in my opinion, is incredibly cool. It's all about Tobermory area, Bruce Peninsula area, and specifically I'm gonna go over 10 amazing locations that you can enjoy on your road trip to the Tobermory area. Over here you can see the map. This is actually an interactive map. It's gonna be, the link is right there down below. It's a Google Maps. It will show you all of each of the locations by number, and I'm also at the bottom explaining all of the locations. So the first stop on this trip that I want to recommend to you is this place, this restaurant. It's called Armen's Place. The food in there was amazing, really kind of flavorful. I want to say Indian, but I actually asked and they didn't actually give me a definite answer. I think it's like a fusion of a bunch of cuisines. Anyhow, gorgeous food, really nice carrot cake. A really close walk by. You can go to the little kind of Southhampton pier, or I'm not sure what this is, but it's just really beautiful. There's a little bit of a fountain right there. The Google Maps location is right there at the bottom. And just in general, the town of Southampton is really adorable. For sure, go around. There's a bunch of shops. Very nice. Okay, now let's go to our second stop, Chantry Island Tours. It's a very unique tour in my opinion. We enjoyed it so much, highly recommend. These guys only run mainly in the summertime, and you also need to make sure to pre-book this because they don't actually take, the boat is not that big, so they don't take a lot of people. Essentially, you pre-book, not very expensive at all. They take you to the island, the Chantry Island, that is actually currently closed and only available to these guys, to this tour. And by the way, the people who do this are volunteers, very knowledgeable, very lovely people, definitely enjoyed them. And the tour consists of, well, the two main things. First part is going up this lighthouse. This was quite the experience. And at first I thought maybe it's going to be complicated. It's not that complicated, and on each level, there were maybe, I don't know, maybe like 10 levels. We would stop and we would talk about the place and how it was constructed. It's really interesting. Our guide was really great guide, told us everything about it. Like for example, this top portion is actually made, I believe, in Paris. And the rest of it was made in Canada. But the portion that's at the top, it's actually so intricately done with the glass and everything, and back then Canada didn't have the ability to do such intricate things, and they had to import it from France. So you go over here at the top, you see the whole skyline, beautiful view, majestic view. Wish we had a bit more time, but I know there was a, this tour is about I think an hour or so, or 2 hours. So just gorgeous view, take lots of photos, and then we descended down. And at this point we were to go inside the lighthouse keeper's house. So this lighthouse keeper's house has a huge history. I'm not gonna go too much into it. When you go on a tour, you will learn so much about it. Basically, this lighthouse keeper's house, I think it hosted something like 11 people, because there was him, his wife, and a large amount of their kids. And everything in here was actually recreated. It's not the original, but it's done so well, and like people put so much effort into this, and it's really fascinating. Make sure to go to this tour. Highly recommend it. Over here is us coming back, and we went to see Wiarton Willie statue. It's a statue. It's it's really cute, and the whole area is actually really beautiful. There's a bit of a beach. You can sit down, you can have a picnic, free parking. Really liked it. And here is our Airbnb. This is in the evening, and over here I'm gonna show you how it is during the night, kind of evening time. Sunset time, gorgeous view. I, for some reason, do not see this Airbnb right now listed. I'm not sure if they just went on a bit of a break, but beautiful. And over here, I want to show you guys something I'm really excited about. These are my 2 Ontario road trip journals. This one is specifically for spring and summer, and this one is for fall and winter. Both of them are starting from Toronto area, so southern Ontario. And some road trips go as far as Quebec, so there's tons of information in here. And each of the books is divided usually into a bunch of sections. So this one, for example, has 4 sections. So both of them have the first section as the fully planned trips. There are 12 of them in each of the books. And then we have different one location trips, and both of them have fun road trip games. And this road trip journal has the 20 unique food places, which is essentially cool places to eat. And both of them come in the print version from Amazon or the PDF version, links to which I'm going to put down in the description below. In the morning we went to Hangar, which I was hoping we would see some airplanes, and usually you would, but unfortunately, I don't know if this was the weekend or too early, we didn't see a single airplane. But the idea of this place is that you sit down, have food, and you watch little planes, land and take off. Overall, we still really enjoyed it. We got this skillet, great. Just one skillet was enough for the two of us, and we even have leftovers. And we got the pancakes. Highly recommend this place just for the food itself. Even that we didn't see the planes, I was still not disappointed. This place really was yummy. Though we did see some planes just kind of standing there waiting. Beautiful rocks. Make sure to wear nice shoes. We took a boat tour that was with the open air boat tour. It was called Tobermory Wave Adventures Cruises. The tour was pretty long because I think it was supposed to be about 2 hours, but we spent a little longer because one section of the tour was closed, so they went a little bit of a different route, which kind of added to the time. The challenge of the tours, all of those tours actually that come from Tobermory, is that the parking is not free. The parking is quite, pricey, and you need to pay, and you also need to know how long the tour is going to be. So our tour actually went a little longer, which was a bit of a stressful thing for us. So over here is us looking at the shipwrecks. The calmer the water, the more you will see. The water was a little, maybe not the calmest, so it was harder to see. If it is really important for you to see the shipwrecks really well, we recommend Glass Tour Boat. I'm going to link it down below. Those boats actually have the roof. I did not really want that. I wanted the open concept. So it's basically, you have your positives and you have your negatives. But anyway, over here we are going to see the Flower Pot Islands. It is windy. I regretted not having warmer clothes. Take warmer clothes. It was actually a hot day, but it was still really cold once you're kind of going at high speeds. And here's the gorgeous Flower Pot Island. We did not get off the island for this tour, which was totally fine with us because we mainly wanted to see the actual flower pots. And over here, the mandatory kind of selfie of me and the flower pot. And then we went around, which I appreciated, that the tour included kind of, tour around the island and a bit of the history. And over here, this is another lighthouse keeper. And here's the portion where they don't usually go because, as I mentioned, the portion that was supposed to be, which is the grotto, it was rough waters, so they went to kind of a different area, which was so beautiful. We enjoyed basically a bit of a drive around. The water is so turquoise, it was breathtaking.
Fossilized coral all along the edges.
So after the tour, we wanted to actually leave the Tobermory area, and we went to the Sweetwater restaurant at Cobble Beach Golf Resort Community. It's a bit of a drive, I'd say about an hour away from Tobermory, but it's a beautiful, beautiful kind of golf course resort restaurant. Highly recommend it. Over here is the view while you're sitting on the patio. You could sit inside if you would like to. And yeah, just gorgeous restaurant. The food was excellent. We got the Caesar salads, hamburger, and fish and chips. Everything was amazing. Dessert was really beautiful. We had the chocolate cheesecake with strawberry kind of jam and ice cream. So good, highly recommend. And that was actually enough for the two because it was so rich. And over here we explored a little bit of the resort. This kind of section had really beautiful kind of lighthouse archway, just stunning scenery. Highly recommend this place. You can even, of course, stay in there. There is an inn. There is, of course, the golf if you're a golfer. Unbelievably beautiful spot. So this is the next day, and this is the stop 8, Sauble Beach. I'm sure many of you have been here, and it's an amazing place, and I had to put it in here because it's an amazing place. I love this beach. Very big, very clean. It's not deep, which is also great if you're not a great swimmer or you're with kids. And specifically what we enjoyed during this trip is the June Motel's patio restaurant. It's called Heydays. Very beautifully kind of done, visually very interesting. Actually, I've learned about June Motel through the Netflix special, and then I, of course, wanted to see how it all came together. And it's beautiful. It has this like kind of California beachy, well, of course, this is at the beach vibe, and is that the food is great. So we first got this like really lovely iced tea / lemonade. It was really great. And over here is me actually going kind of looking inside the restaurant. Really well done, very stylish. And then we ordered some fish cakes over there and oysters. And both of them were really, really yummy, very fresh. Over here is me enjoying the oyster. And yeah, definitely recommend, great place. And on the way back to the city, now we're heading back, we went to the Clarks. So this is a city called Clarksburg, and it has this beautiful kind of gallery system. So they have like a gallery, they have an ice cream shop, and they have a flower shop. So this is artist Sue Tupi's workshop / place where she sells her art. The art is beautiful. She's fairly popular. I've seen her artwork before. And very kind of impressive, colorful, beautiful. So definitely highly recommend this place. Here is the flower shop that's like right next to the gallery. Also really beautiful, perfect place to pick up some flowers. And they have a bunch of like other things, such as skincare items. And we also sampled their lavender ice cream. It was excellent. And right near there, there is also e-bike and e-scooter rentals, which I thought was really cool. We didn't have time, but to be honest, the prices were not that expensive, and I always wanted to try e-scooter. And that concludes our Tobermory road trip. I hope you do this trip, and please subscribe, like, and share if you enjoy my videos. Thank you. Bye.